In the natural world, size means absolutely nothing. Power isn't always measured in pounds or the sharpness of teeth. Sometimes the most dangerous creatures on Earth are the ones you would never see coming. This is the story of 5 animals that completely rewrote the rules of survival. They don't just hunt to eat. They hunt because they're obsessed with it. They fight battles they have no business winning, and they do it all with absolutely zero fear. Welcome to the dark side of nature, where the smallest fighters are often the most terrifying. We begin our journey with a creature so small, so seemingly innocent, that you might mistake it for a pet. Meet the stoat, a tiny predator that weighs barely 8 ounces. In medieval Europe, they called it the ermine, and royalty prized its luxurious white winter fur. But there is nothing pure or noble about how this creature actually lives. The stoat is a tiny psychopath wearing a fur coat. Most predators kill what they need when they need it, but the stoat operates on completely different principles. The stoat hunts obsessively. Stoats have been observed engaging in what scientists call surplus killing. They will enter a chicken coop and kill every single bird, even though they could never eat them all. They will slaughter entire colonies of ground-nesting birds in a single night. They're killing for the pure thrill of the hunt. What makes the stoat particularly terrifying is its killing method. It targets the base of the skull or the back of the neck with surgical precision. One crushing bite, instant neurological shutdown. Scientists have described it as disturbingly methodical, as if the animal has studied anatomy and knows exactly where to strike. This 8-ounce furball hunts with the precision of a trained assassin. But the stoat story takes an even darker turn in New Zealand. For millions of years, New Zealand was a paradise for birds. The islands had no ground predators. Birds evolved without fear. They nested on the forest floor. Then humans arrived and brought rabbits. Without natural predators, the rabbit population exploded. In the 1880s, settlers introduced stoats to control the rabbits. It turned into one of the worst ecological disasters in modern history. The stoats ignored the rabbits and went after the defenseless birds instead. Within decades, stoats became New Zealand's most destructive invasive species, pushing multiple bird species to the edge of extinction. The government established predator-free sanctuaries on offshore islands. One sanctuary was Motutapu Island, located over 1.5 miles from the mainland across open ocean.
But in March 2022, the impossible happened. A single stoat was detected on the island. It had swum nearly 2 kilometers through frigid ocean water. The government declared a national emergency because the island was home to some of the last kakapo parrots. Only 200 existed in the entire world. One stoat could wipe out an entire breeding season. The government launched a massive operation. Helicopters, thermal imaging, over 200 traps, tracking dogs, $300,000, all for one 8-ounce predator. The search lasted 8 months. Finally, after 247 days, they caught it. That single stoat had killed an estimated 23 birds. That's what 8 ounces of pure obsession can accomplish. Now we travel to Europe to meet the European badger, a 25-pound bundle of muscle, claws, and permanent bad attitude. European badgers live in groups of up to 15 individuals. They establish hierarchy through regular combat. Badgers love to fight. Fighting is recreation for them. They're running an underground fight club every night. And all this fighting has made them extraordinarily tough. Badger bodies are built like biological tanks. There are dozens of documented cases of European badgers being hit by cars at full speed and just walking away. Dashcam footage shows badgers taking direct impact from vehicles at 40 miles per hour, tumbling, then getting up and continuing on their way. But physical toughness is only part of what makes badgers formidable. The other part is their complete lack of fear toward humans. If they decide you're annoying, they will make your life miserable. Badgers will follow people home after confrontations. Someone shouts at a badger in their garden, and the badger takes it personally. The next 3 nights, that same badger returns and destroys the person's garbage bins and garden. One homeowner in rural England yelled at a badger eating from his compost pile. Over the next week, that badger came back every night and demolished his entire vegetable garden. These animals hold grudges. From Europe, we journey to India to meet the sloth bear, an animal that looks like it's in a constant state of hungover confusion. The sloth bear looks ridiculous with its shaggy black fur and long snout, but this appearance is lethally deceptive because the sloth bear is one of the most dangerous animals in Asia.
Sloth bears eat primarily termites and ants. They have lips that work like a vacuum cleaner, sucking insects straight out of their nests. But the same forests are also home to Bengal tigers and leopards. Sloth bears should be avoiding confrontations with these predators. But when a sloth bear encounters a tiger, it fights. And shockingly, it usually wins. In over 70% of encounters between sloth bears and tigers, the tiger backs down. A 300-pound tiger backs away from a shaggy, insect-eating bear. The answer lies in the sloth bear's weapons, long claws up to 3 inches long. When a sloth bear stands on its hind legs and starts swiping, those claws become devastating. Tigers don't want serious injuries, so the tiger leaves. But the real danger is to people. Sloth bears are responsible for more human attacks in India than tigers and leopards combined. And sloth bears don't give warnings, they just charge. You surprise a sloth bear and suddenly you're in a fight for your life. The attack pattern is brutal. Sloth bears go for the face. Those long claws rake across the head repeatedly. Survivors suffer severe facial injuries. High in the Himalayas lives the yellow-throated marten. It has stunning colors, bright yellow throat and chest, rich chocolate brown body. It looks like it should be in an animated movie, but this creature operates on deranged logic. Most mustelids hunt things their own size. Yellow-throated martens hunt deer. Scientists have documented martens taking down deer that weigh up to 30 kilograms. The martens weigh maybe 3 kilograms. It's like a house cat hunting a German shepherd. They hunt in coordinated pairs. One distracts while others attack from behind. Then they hold on, biting, clawing, waiting for exhaustion. It can take hours.
These martens specialize in monkey hunting. They're fast enough to catch primates in trees. Monkey troops have evolved specific alarm calls for them. But the peak of their audacity is stealing leopard cubs. They enter leopard dens and take cubs. They cache them like backup food. But they also hunt panda cubs. Pandas, the universal symbol of conservation. Yellow-throated martens see them as snacks. Scientists have described these animals as miniature velociraptors, coordinated, intelligent, relentless. We end in South America. When you think otter, you picture sea otters floating on their backs, adorable and harmless. Meet the giant river otter, 6 feet long, 40 pounds of muscle, teeth, and organized crime. They live in family groups of up to 20 individuals. But family is the wrong word. This is a cartel. They control territory, they communicate with over 20 different vocalizations, they hunt in coordinated packs. Each otter eats up to 9 pounds of fish per day. For a family group, that's over 130 pounds daily. They're strip mining the river. But fish aren't enough. They hunt caimans. Caimans are crocodilians with crushing bite force. But giant river otters work as a unit, attacking from different angles, creating chaos. And then there's the jaguar, South America's apex land predator. But when giant river otters are present, the jaguar hesitates. The otters form coordinated defensive positions, screaming threats, slapping the water, and the otters usually win. Local communities call them river wolves or water jaguars. They're smart. They learn fishing spots. They steal from nets. They wait for fishermen to set nets, then raid them. Premeditated theft. Their intelligence rivals dolphins. Size doesn't determine deadliness. Sometimes the most dangerous creatures are the ones with absolutely nothing to lose, the ones who attack what they shouldn't, fight battles they can't win, and win them anyway. They do it all with zero fear. This is nature's truth. Courage doesn't require size, and sometimes the smallest fighters are the ones you should fear most.